Is Imam Mahdi about to appear soon? Are we going to live to see the time of Dajjal? Are we living the end of time? These are frequent questions I'm being asked at this moment, especially with the current situation going on in the world. To understand all of this, you have to first understand that the Prophet ﷺ gave us minor signs and he gave us major signs. Okay? Now, major signs, there are 10 of them, starting with Dajjal, and then Isa alayhi salam, and then Ya'juj, Ma'juj, and so on. These are 10 major signs. None of the major signs can appear until all the minor signs have appeared. Now, where is Imam Mahdi in all of this? Imam Mahdi is the bridge between the minor signs and the major signs, meaning that he will be the last of the minor signs and he will live to see the coming of Dajjal, live to see the coming of the first of the major signs. Okay? And from the minor signs, the scholars have said that most of them have appeared except for a few. There are a handful of them that haven't appeared. Of the signs that haven't come is the lot of battles that the Prophet ﷺ speaks about before, and a lot of wars that happened before the coming of Imam Mahdi. Okay? So one of them is about, and it's a long hadith about the Ahlul Rum. Who are the Ahlul Rum? The Prophet ﷺ, when he says that word or that phrase, he's referring to the current day Europeans. In his time, they were the Roman Empire. In today's time, it's the Europeans. The Ahlul Rum will divide into two. Part of them that will be the enemies of Muslims, and part of them will be sympathetic towards the Muslims. Those who are sympathetic towards the Muslims will join the Muslims together in a war and fight the others who are the enemies of the Muslims. And these battles carry on. Some they will lose, some they will win, and so on, until one day the Ahlul Rum that are sympathetic towards the Muslims, with the Muslims, they win over the others. Okay? They live in peace for a little while, and after that, one day they fall into dispute. The Muslims say that we won this last major war because of the Quran. And the Ahlul Rum say, no, we won it because of the cross. And they have a fight between them now. And in this fight, the Muslims are defeated. And the hadith mentions that Imam Mahdi is coming after this. Okay, so Imam Mahdi comes at the end of sort of this war. Okay, that's one hadith. There's another hadith in Abu Dawud, a Sahih hadith, which speaks about the succession of Khalifas. Now, Khalifa is a person who rules the entire Muslim world. We had this for centuries and centuries from the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu till about 100 years ago. That whole succession, it comes in again. One last ruler has passed away, a new ruler is supposed to be elected. They are in Sham at the moment. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam speaks about Sham in various ahadith. In Sham, these leaders are sitting together and they're about to elect the next leader. Each one is ready, could become a potential leader. And they have a dispute over who should be the leader. One of these men who could become the leader, he has enough of this. He runs away from there. He goes to Makkah. He doesn't want to become the leader. The others look around. They say, where's that man gone? And they say, well, he's gone to Makkah. So they say, you know what? Let's make him the leader. They come all the way to Makkah. They find this man he's doing tawaf around the Kaaba. And they force him to become the leader of the Muslims. Now, this man is the Mahdi. Now, how do we know he's the Mahdi? Not because of this occurrence, but because of another occurrence that happens at that very moment, which is, they left behind them, when they came down from Sham, they left behind them an army. That army becomes rebellious. And they say, well, what? They're making this guy the leader of the Muslims? No, we're not taking any of this, right? So they come with a whole army trying to crush these people. When they get to Medina in a plain piece of land, then the whole land opens beneath their feet and that whole army is crushed and it's swallowed inside. When that occurrence happens, we know the man that they gave allegiance to in front of the Kaaba, he is the Mahdi. Now when Imam Mahdi comes out, he's now got to unite the Muslims together. So his first job is to get the Muslims together. And he fills the earth with justice as much as injustice was there before him. He replaces it with justice. So what's happening in the world is just like a war, but it's not, the war that brings Imam Mahdi about. There are a number of other wars that have to come back, and all the occurrences that I've just talked about now as well. Imam Mahdi, when it comes to power, the hadith mentioned that he's going to frequently go up and down from Jerusalem and back up north again, back to European side again. Now the scholars have said, if that is the case, subhanAllah, it means that Jerusalem will not be under anyone's occupation at that time, except for the Muslims, except for Imam Mahdi.